Namaste. So today's topic is Veda. Today I'm going to discuss and explain what is a Veda is. Veda, which means in English you can say ancient scripture, ancient book of the Hindu culture, Hindu tradition, or of the India. It is the first Veda, in the first book in the Hindu culture, in the yogic tradition. Veda means knowledge. In English you can say this word in Sanskrit is come from the vid dhatu, which means knowledge. Jnana. So jnana, which comes from the inside, which you experience. There is a difference in between the jnana and information. The knowledge and information. You can have a knowledge on computer, camera, and machinery things, but you cannot have. Without experience, you cannot say you have a knowledge. So which knowledge you experience is called the real knowledge. So in the Veda, there are thousands mantras are written. In ancient time, Veda was not in the scripture, not in the script, not is written on paper, on the any metals. It was the tradition where people, students, they memorize the mantra. So what is written in the Veda is called the mantra. So in ancient time, it was the culture and the system they had in the modern, in the ancient school, in the ancient Vedic school, where everyone had to memorize all those mantras. So that's why it has a second name on Veda, it's called Shruti. Shruti means to listen. So what they have listened in the ancient school, in a Gurukul, and what they have memorized, they have passed on. They have shared that knowledge generation after generation. So what the knowledge have passed it on, generation after generation, it is called Veda. So in Sanskrit, we call it Shruti Parampara. Parampara means a tradition, a lineage. Like, for example, I come from a music family. My father was a good musician. It is just example. My grandfather was also a great musician. His father was a great. So what our parents have learned and passed it, that the teaching, that knowledge, it is called parampara. It is called the lineage. So in an ancient Gurukul, in ancient school, it was the culture and tradition they had, where from all over the India, all over the Bharat, they go in the Gurukul to study Veda, to study Sanskrit grammar, astrology, geology, astronaut, everything. They had the culture and the tradition. So in a Veda, there are thousands mantras are written. In the Veda is mention about the universe, nature, and about self and the higher consciousness. So when the paper and the metals have not exist, even those at time they were practicing a mantra, they were reciting the mantra, they all have applied it in the life, even what is written in the mantra. On the Veda, it's say, no one have written as the scholar base. It is coming from the higher consciousness. So which knowledge have came in the Veda, it is not from the individual, it is from the higher consciousness, where those people, we call them Rishi, we call them Muni, we call them Yogi, they have received it. This is the difference, guys, please remember. This is the difference in between the normal books and in the Veda, where those people, after a long time, like years and years, they have sat down in a meditation, where and when her consciousness has connected with the higher consciousness, with the super consciousness, they have received it, that knowledge, that teaching, that mantra, and then they have shared it with the students. There's another name of Veda, it's called Apaurusheya, like no Purusha. Apaurusheya. So this is the beauty of a Veda. When the time change, technology change, then those Rishi, yogis have written manuscripted mantra on metal, on the papers, and now those books, those mantras are available even on a Google, on PDF file. But in ancient time, it was hard, tough to save those knowledge, save those mantra. So that's why in ancient time we had a culture. After completing 7, 8 years old in a family, our parents, especially in a Brahmin family, in a warrior family, even the other family, they had a system to send them in a Gurukul, where they live in a ashram and Gurukul with the master together, with all students, as a convent school in this time are providing teaching and knowledge. So in ancient time, they had a Gurukul. So everyone, they have to memorize. So first Veda name is called Rig Veda, second Veda name is called Yajur Veda, third Veda name is called Sam Veda, and fourth Veda name is called Atharva Veda. Actually, it was the one, the all Veda was the one. But by the time when students start struggling and having a problem to memorize, to save it, then the masters, they have divided in another 3 forms. So that's why now we have 4 Veda. So in the Vedic mantra, there are hymns, there are rituals mantra, there are the prayer mantra is written. There are mantra for upasana, how to awaken your spiritual energy, how to practice the spiritual training. There are many mantras in the Veda which are about the nature. Many mantras, like more than 80% mantras are for nature and the rituals. Rituals means called the homa. Rituals means called the agnihotra, fire puja, which is a very secret, very holy in our culture. Because havana, homa is help to the nature. When the nature will purify, clean, you will have good rain, good water, good oxygen, your life and health will be more healthy and good. There are many prayer mantras which about the senses, which about your body, which about the mind. Like example, Om Takchakshurdeva Hitam Borusta Chukura Mucharadaha Vashema Saradaha Shatam Jive Masaradaha Shataggo Srunuyama Saradaha Satam Pramamadinaha Shama Sharadaha Shatam Bhuyascha Saradaha Satat. It is a prayer to sun. O sun, give me the power to my eyes till the 100 years my eyes can see. O sun, give me the power to my ears so I can listen till 100 years. O sun, give me the power to my speech, my hands and body so I can work, listen, watch till the 100 years. It is a prayer mantra. There are many hymns. It is called Shukta. For strengthening your mind, increasing, improving your willpower. It is called Shiva Sankalpa Shukta, where mind is moving always like a monkey mind. So, O Shiva, O consciousness, O pure consciousness, give me that power so I can able to control my mind. O consciousness, give me that power so I can control and train my mind power. So this is called the Shuktam, Shiva Sankalpa Shukta. So since ancient time till now, all over the India, millions, trillions time, people have done the Homa, Agnihotra, because it purifies the nature. It has a science on Homa. So many mantras are in the Veda for nature. There is a beautiful hymn called Shanti Pathaha, the chant of Shanti, peace. Devuhu Shanti, Vanashpatayaha Shanti, Vishve Devaha Shanti, Brahma Shanti. You see, so have a peace in the space, have a peace in the Brahman, have a peace on land, have a peace everywhere. It is called Shanti Patha. So we need a peace. We need a peace. So in the Vedic mantra, there are hymns, there are prayer mantra, and there are for the rituals. So rituals actually is a preparation training. Rituals is prepare our body and mind. So there are Rig Veda, which is the main Veda, ancient, which has the different tone. Now, on a Vedic mantra, when you see, on each Veda have a different tone to chant those mantras. So Rig Veda has a different tone, Yajurveda has a different tone, Samveda has a different tone, and Atharvaveda has a different tone. According to the Vedic tradition, it's all the knowledge and teaching in our tradition. For example, on Sanskrit grammar, astrology, yoga, rituals, anything we do in our culture, in our tradition, it's come from the Veda. It is come from the Veda. Even the yoga is part of the Veda. So there are different melody, tone to repeat it. For example, on Yajurveda, we chant in different way. Om Namaste Rudramanya Uto Taikhave Namaha Vahubhyamutate Namaha. This is the way on Yajurveda. Samveda is little bit different. So in Samveda is called the Gayan, is a singing way where your tone, it seems like a melody. Your tone is in a flow. According to the tradition, it's all the Indian classical music, any music, especially on the vocal music, on vocal sound, is come from the Samaveda, which is very beautiful. So Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda. In Yajurveda there are many rituals, mantras are there. So in the North India, we chant a Yajurveda mantra. In the South India, they chant a Rig Veda and the Samaveda. And then Atharvaveda. In Atharvaveda, it say there are many black magic mantras and the Totaka teachings are there, which is good for power. And even in the Atharvaveda is mentioned about the Brahma and the creation is beautifully explained. After the 4 Veda, it has a 4 Upaveda, where like Ayurveda, Gandharva Veda is part of it. And then the Upanishad and the Brahma Sutra have came. So 4 Veda are the main. After the 4 Veda, the other scriptures have exist. So Veda is called the knowledge, teaching from the higher consciousness, or you can say to God. So on a Vedic mantra, okay, which mantra is written in the Veda is not written from individual person for your knowledge. I'm again repeating it. Who they have experience connected with the higher consciousness, they have received it. Okay, so that's why this book or the teaching, it is more sacred, more important for us. Om Hari Om.